Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Feargiveness community and chapter 2. I just finished our barefoot sunset, and I was standing outside and just receiving all of these beautiful messages. And the last couple weeks on our pillow has been out of this world. And I look forward to sharing with you our energy update and then providing any gifts that we've received over the last couple of days. I want to and get those out into the collective. But I am guided to The House is Quiet, and chapter 2 has been sitting on my heart. In chapter 1, we talked about what is forgiveness. And forgiveness is a frequency of self-love and self-forgiveness. And this is a frequency that anyone can tap into at any time to really start clearing out the clutter from our trash cans. And I want to know, like, are you ready? Are you ready to love yourself completely and fully, and to look in the mirror and love every wrinkle? I get to know how beautiful you are from the inside out. We learned in the first chapter that it all came down to I am. Who am I? And as we started to build our frequency of forgiveness, we had to look within and really write out all of those beautiful who am I? What is the foundation of our trash can? And then we learn how to color it. So those were really important. First, we understood who we were, and then we know that every emotion has a vibration to it and an energy. And when we color those emotions, we can really tap into where those emotions are being held within our body. So, this is about self love. And today, our focus is going to be the I ams. I am, I am. And we did that exercise before, but this is going to be digging into the third and second and third. So we're going to be staying within our jam session, and we're going to be sticking with the first 3 jams. So journal, affirmation, and mirror work. And every time I say that third M, all of them want to join in. So we know that there's going to be avenues of music and meditation. Mindfulness plays in there, muscle movement. All of those will help us to create a frequency that we can tap in to heal. And how many of you have extra weight? Like, you've tried everything. You've done the diet, you have worked out, you are putting in the work, but it just won't leave. Well, what if I told you that you could be holding on to traumas and insecurities that are so attached to you, and they are built in weight? And no matter what you do, no matter how much you work out, no matter how clean you eat, until you go back and face those insecurities and those traumas from your past in this lifetime or in a next, you until you do that, you're not going to be able to allow your body to release what it's held onto so tightly. And this could be limiting beliefs. This could be self-sabotage. This could be direct physical traumas that have happened, and traumas and experiences that have happened to you. And so the forgiveness frequency is all about self-forgiveness. It allows you to go back and upcycle anything and everything that's ever happened to you in a safe hug. And so I realized in chapter 1, I missed out on something that was really important. And it's kind of the B before the jam, that you have to build it. We have to build our trash can. And before we do that, we actually have to build a boat, because we have to have a team of beautiful souls that will hold space for us as we go through this. And I didn't necessarily have that on a physical level when I started this journey 4 years ago, but I did have it on a spiritual level. And I had these beautiful guides that would have guided every single breath and step along the way. Um, So as we go back and really build that boat, and these are people, these are your ride or die. These are in the moments where you don't think you can continue, that you can't go back to that trauma, that you can't release or forgive yourself for any of that, or you don't even want to open that Pandora's box. These are the souls and hearts and energy that will keep you in this beautiful hug of healing, universally guided love. And they will hold you in while you're going through your trash can, and they will be there to listen. The biggest part of the trash can is getting your story told, like the whole thing. Have you ever told your story to another from start to finish, and they are there to hear it all, to be involved, to understand your highs and lows, to see all the colors within your trash can? That is what this team that we are going to build is going to help you to do. And if you feel like you just don't have that as you think about your boat, think about it even has it's showing me a beehive. So the honeycomb, 6 sides. So think about that 6-sided beehive, and you are right in the middle. You are the juiciest core of it. Who in your life could you put in your boat that would row on those days that you just can't even pick yourself off the pillow? Who in your life could listen to your story, that you could feel that you could give your story out to them as a gift, and that they would hold it and cherish it with such compassion and grace and mercy and protection of the highest energy levels of love? Who in your life is that person that you could tell and really build your trash can? And when I started, you will hear my noisy friend. I needed a visual. I needed to really put it all in a trash can and tell my story to someone. And so my beautiful guides allowed me to really tell my story before it was ever even, it ever found its words and frequencies to be able to share out in this world. And we filled it up. Right now it's full of like gratitude. Um, it has a lot of the kids helped me. Oh yeah, it's full of gratitude from the kids. So it they built this in for me, I realized, because these have been in here for a while. Be kind. Make something. Share your story. Don't forget to smile. Be nice to yourself. Ah, I love this one. Food is love. Yes, food is love. And there is a few more in there, but that's what my trash can is. And on Thursdays, so there is a How to Dig in Your Trash Can Leadership Edition. I think it's on Clubhouse. Every day I'm guided in the frequency to deliver some type of teaching message out there into the collective. So you can find all of the teachings for the Feargiveness frequency right here in the 80 and Sunny Feargiveness community. I start here. And then there is a brand new YouTube channel that was started on the 20th of October when Mount Rainier's portal opened. So when the energy portal was reactivated in Mount Rainier, and I was gifted and granted the option, or granted to be a gatekeeper for that and to receive all the beautiful gifts that are coming in from the universal collective. That is when this YouTube channel started. So these videos they're non-edited. They are as raw as you possibly can get. I am completely immersed into my intuitive Akashic Reiki, and most of them. My Akashic guides, all of my keepers are always with me, and I couldn't do this without them. So today I have had the mother, the serpent mother. I've had Gaia with me since a beautiful pink sunrise this morning, and we were in the new earth last night. So you'll have to check out some of the videos. Those are next. Those will be up next. But this week we also helped with the magnetic field hug. So that one is the coolest experience, out of body experience that I've ever had. So if you have a chance to check that out, I don't even recognize myself in that channeling for to help the collective really slow down the magnetic field. And we learned why it's spinning out of control. And it is fear and anxiety that we are feeding it. So that one's a really cool one if you're on a spiritual journey and you want to help the collective in its mission to raise the vibration and frequency. There are world server missions that the collective of energy workers are participating in to really ramp things up, and they're beautiful. So we will get back to that. But in our trash can, Thursdays, the Leadership Edition is on Clubhouse. And you will also find that I am a cliffhanger. So if there's any cliffhangers that happen in the videos, leave me a message in the comments or send me a message and I will try to finish that story. To be here in this channel, I have to be in an in-between of maximum pain and my intuitive channel. So I will reset in pain as I get on each level, and it clears my entire memory field. So I have an intention set in my heart of what today is going to be able to provide. And I hope that every time that I reset and go up a level of pain, that I can still find my center in this frenzy of this infinity loop, and it's love joy. So this infinity loop, we are right in the middle, and that is my center. So that's my higher self. That is where I get to be unabandonedly, uniquely who I am and who I'm becoming as a multidimensional being and soul, having a human experience right here on this beautiful earth. And we get to connect with all of the energies and frequencies all around through forgiveness. So we are building a boat of think about who in your life you could tell your full story to. And if you don't have that person, then you need to call me, because I will hold you in the biggest hug that you can possibly imagine, physically here or in distance healing, to allow you to get your story out and to fill your trash can. And we are going to build a foundation of I ams. And how we do that is self-love. We got to love ourselves. We've got to stand in the mirror and love every inch of ourselves and dance in our own skin. Because as we move on to different dimensions, we will not have this physical body. And I think I mentioned in an energy update, the work that I get to do on the other side of the veil. I'm with people and beings who want their physical form back. They want to dance. They want to hug. They want to physically hug their loved ones. And that is not it'll be different. It will be energetically better, but it will not be in the physical sense of a hug that we get to have right now. So this journey of frequency of forgiveness is really self-love, loving on ourselves while we have it, dancing on our tiptoes, walking in the snow, letting our toes get a little frozen so they tickle a little bit. All of that is part of this journey of self-love. And it starts by looking in the mirror. So when we step into a jam session, first we're journaling it out. We're getting it out, whether that's through voice, journal. That is telling our story. That's building our can. And that's building our boat. So once we've done those things and we have that I am list, then we look ourselves in the mirror, and it is time for us to start the forgiveness process. So for the very first, I'm going to say month of this process, and at least it took me a full week to really understand. And they say like 21 days for to make a habit. I'm a sunny sloth, and I don't even know if some days I can get off the pillow. So I really put out that 80 and sunny 80 days. If I can do something for 80 days on a consistent level, I know that I can incorporate it into my life. And by the 80th day, if I'm not doing that thing still consistently, then it wasn't meant to be in my life. Or I need to do a little bit more internal work to get me there. So the first thing, and I'm going to keep looking down because I have this beautiful mirror. So it starts with you. So it's a mirror that you get to look in. And this is my I am. So each week I would add, this wasn't what I started with. It was just me sitting the 45 minutes or so after I take a shower. I'm passed out in a chair in my bathroom. And when I come to, a lot of the times I'm just sitting there. I can't move. My pillow is holding me up, and all I can do is look in the mirror that's in front of me and start having a conversation. And so that's what we did. We just sat there, and we would really talk to ourselves. And the message that we would tell ourselves is, I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. And thank you. And I think I did all those backwards. But we would find a rhythm, and we would sit there and we would talk about something. And then it would be gratitude. Thank you so much for telling me how you felt. I'm sorry that happened. And I'm sorry that I allowed the self-sabotage, the insecurity, whatever that is. And please forgive me. And then it's that I forgive you. So it's this whole process that we would go through with anything and everything. We still do. And we do this rapid now. So if we have a negative thought and a low vibration sets in, or I feel like I respond in a way that is outside of my intention or my channel, I will do a release, move, and clear. And rapid right now, you can release, move, and clear and exit out of anything you've stepped into. You don't have to keep going forward. If you start in a conversation and you use profanity and it hurts your heart, that's where you go like, whoa, okay, I'm going to back up. I'm going to remove myself from that forward progress, and I'm going to change my intention and my direction. And you can. And that is part of forgiveness, where you don't have to go where you've been before, or just because everyone else is doing it, or you've always done it that way in the past. This is about you creating your own and creating a new for you of how you want your rainbow to look like and what you want your trash can to look like. So as we look in the mirror and we do that on a consistent basis, you will, it's there's just no way about it. You will get to know you, and you will love you, and you will find a connection with your soul, and you will see your eyes in a totally new way that you've never experienced before. And in this light, you can't look away. You are captivated by your own being, and you stand in more confidence. And my pain peaks, I'd be like, okay, we are rocking and rolling here by the end of it. And it changes. You have more energy when you get to forgive yourself, and you get to think about all your fears. What am I afraid of? And that's what it really starts. Pulling out the things that scare you, your fears. Hello, Mr. Henry. You get to meet our new shiny portal. This is Henry. Henry is 6 months old. Yes, he is. and he was one of 5 kittens that were my daughter rescued from. They had all been born at Farm 12, where she used to work, and their mom died. So she took 2 weeks for her to capture all these little ones. Henry was the first one to join our family, and he stayed. So my plants do not like him. He has dug in every single one, knocked them over. Mama Kitty and him are just becoming friends. But he loves our studio. So we are in our new healing studio, and we are on a bed with a ton of pillows of color. And there's a blanket. Our chakra towel is laid out. So